Now we're going to tie some things together. We're going to talk about solving for a variable in a formula that has a radical in it. So the formula E equals Z times delta over the square root of n is used to find the margin for error of a given population mean. And Z is our relative position, delta is a measure of our variability, n is our sample size, and E is that margin for error. And we're supposed to solve this for n. So that means we need to get the n by itself. And right now it's in the denominator, so let's clear our denominators. Multiply both sides by square root of n. On the right they divide out. We're left with E square roots of n equals Z times delta. Divide both sides by E. And that gives square root of n equals Z times delta over E. Finally, what I do to one side, I have to do to all. So I square and get n equals Z times delta over E quantity squared. So that's my answer to A. That's my formula with n solved for. So if I know the margin for error, the variability, and the relative position, I can figure out what my sample size was. So now let's actually use the numbers they give us. Delta of 12, Z of 2, and E of 3. So this is part B. And n equals something squared. On top we get 2 times 12. On bottom we get a 3. 12 times 3 is, or 12 divided by 3 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And 8 squared is 64. So in order to have a variability of 12, a relative position of 2, and a margin for error of 3, I had 64 people in my original population.